And apparently Ruthie is now the DM.
Hey,
Swap place with
it's
Ruthie.
my show tonight,
Hi.
guys.
You fucking
This is
go
gonna
for
be
it.
terrifying.
I'll play a character. Hi there, folks. Welcome to session 92 of the Tides of Chaos. I am, of course, your DM of Doom, Son of Asgard, or World Tree Quests here on Twitch. Shit, fuck. World Tree Quests here on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. With me today, we've got my lovely cast. We've got Big Gilly Styles, we've got Ruthless Rogue, we've got Just Dan, and we've got Charlie 182.0. Brief reminder to everybody, there is going to be no session of the Girl Squad tomorrow, because I have my daughter's first Holy Communion, so I'm going to be looking cool in a suit. I have a green suit, and I've never felt more fucking powerful in my life. Like, I wear it, and it's like, you know that thing where it's like you take your middle name and the last thing you drank, and then where you're from, and it's your Bridgerton name, and I'm walking around like, I am Sir Thor Pepsiton of Shetland, Lord of the Druids. I'm just like, look at me and my Bridgerton goodness. I actually do look like I'm from Bridgerton with this fucking suit on. But yeah, so there'll be no Girl Squad on Saturday. And a reminder, 5:30 CST PM on Sunday, session 1 of our new mini campaign, Welcome to the Academy. Come along and see it because, funnily enough, 2 of the players are right here, right now. We've got
Ruthie and I aren't a part of it.
What are we doing?
Oh
what?
shit! Fuck yeah, we weren't supposed to tell them. Yeah, sorry, you guys aren't invited. Sorry, guys. I love how Ruthie was like, "This feels like a joke, but I'm also kind of taking offense."
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was said.
No, Welcome to the Academy is a new mini campaign that we're doing, and Charlie and Dan are 2 of the players.
That's right, because you guys are cool.
You guys are really cool, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please do come along and check it out, guys. The cast are fucking great. One of them I've played with before. If you guys saw Tales of Novum doing Legacy and Infection, you'll remember Gina Donahue. Then we've also got I Choose No and Changeling Rogue from the TikTok D&D community. 2 fantastic creators as well. It's a great party. Everything's going to be fucking phenomenal. We're also going to be raising money every single session. There's going to be a donation link that's put in. Well, I say donation link, as always here in World Tree Quest, whenever we do fundraisers, we do half and half, so we raise for a particular charity, and then half the funds that we raise also go to the Critical Role Foundation, because they just kind of help everybody. Like, and they also have like an emergency fund, which I think is a great idea. So it'll be the World Tree Quest PayPal link, and then any money at the end of that is any money we get from the streams for Welcome to the Academy are going to get split right down the middle. Half of it going to the Critical Role Foundation, and the other half going to the Trevor Project, because what better way to help the LGBT community, specifically the T and the LGBT community, than making fun of a fantasy fiction genre that was made famous by a TERF. That's also a big part of the campaign, is that we are going to actively make fun of all the plot holes in a certain wizarding school. Like the Forbidden Forest, which you're not allowed into no matter what. Unless you're a first year and you get detention. At which point you have to wander around in it until dawn. But anyway, do come along and check that out on Sundays, guys. But that is everything for me. So I'm going to pass on to my players right now with my favourite question. Guys, can anybody remember what happened last session?
I think because this is Dan's fault, Dan should give us the recap.
Okay, you know what? That's valid.
Rob.
So, as I remember it...
Careful, guys. The cult leader's going to rewrite history.
So as I remember, we were in prison, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Unreliable narrator time. We caught up with Talus's dad a little bit. I think I'm his favorite. And then we did some tinkering with a chair. We traveled to Sky Plus. We flew around a little bit. I think a dragon passed us. And then we arrived in... Don't tell me. I think I remember it. I don't remember it, Bran. What's the city called?
I was going to be really.
To Unaroth.
What did you say? Sorry.
To Unaroth?
You fucking got it. Well done. To Unaroth.
Let's go. I landed by being an idiot, but I'm not. Yes, we landed into Unaroth. Immediately started clashing with the Githyanki as a boarding party came up and started talking shit. It was like, okay. We arrived. Leonid was, very, very cautiously, carefully asking to see Vlaakith, and in a twist that no one could see coming, apparently lying and saying you're the most important people from your land gets you sent to prison. So, after being bamboozled and sent into a teleporting chamber, we woke up in prison. I could be missing some important things there, but I think that's just about it. But it definitely wasn't like.
I think you got the most of them there, to be perfectly honest with you. You got a fair number of things there. Well done. Very well done.
The reason we're doing this is because Prismatic Wall banished
said
father to this location.
Said mother.
Mother.
Yeah, so the reason they're there.
Get your head out of there.
The reason they're here is because they're trying to finish the job. And they've ended up in prison. We ended last session with you guys. You're all in prison. You also have your items. That's the only information I gave you. That you're in prison,
yes.
And you have your items, and the inside you're all in individual cells. You're not together, but each of your cells does have 2 beds. Okay?
Maid's brand?
Can I just kill my roommate right away?
Well,
whoa.
Well, do you know what,
sure you're not
Talus?
that
Let's
fast.
see. Talus, could you roll me a roll me a d6, please, Talus?
Okay. Damn it. That's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. The second bed in your cell, you can see there is a person lying on it, and they're sleeping. All you can see is a bald head. They look fairly standard sized. Could be a human.
Trying to read the rules of this.
The rules of stabbing
Disintegrate
someone
does
in their
a ton
sleep.
of damage.
I'm trying to see if sleep affects detect thoughts.
No, being unconscious does not give any form of disadvantage or advantage, or in fact any kind of change to any mental checks.
Okay, I'm gonna detect thoughts on them.
Okay, surface level, or are you probing deeper?
Surface level at first.
Okie dokie. Surface level at first. Surface level. You get many different thoughts and emotions. The thing that you will notice about these emotional thoughts that you get is there's no middling. Everything is either 0 or 100. Very ADHD in the emotions. You seem to get other information about a close companion, like you feel of like they're thinking about a person in particular, or they're thinking about somebody that means a great deal in particular, on their surface level thoughts, and there's also lots of lust for adventure, wanting to charge forth and make a name, but they are unconscious, so there's no actual stream of words or anything. It's just more spatterings of images, feelings, things like that you get.
I'm not feeling like tons of dark shit. Basically just some...
What you get from this brain is that either this is an incredibly large child...
Him? Okay.
Or this is an adult with a severe TBI.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave homeboy alone.
Just gonna leave homeboy alone. Okie dokie.
Doesn't seem like a threat, so whatever.
So as you kind of run your psychic fingers over the surface of their psyche, they do kind of like. But they are definitely asleep.
Would others like to meet their bunkmates now?
I was just about to get onto that, so we're just gonna go clockwise based on what we got here. Okay, we're just gonna go clockwise. So, we started with you, Tal. So we're going to go to Silas. Could you roll me a d6? If you roll a 6, re-roll it.
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay. So the bunk in your cell, specifically the bottom bunk, there is a person on it, and again they are also asleep, but they're like obnoxiously asleep. It's like mouth wide open, properly snoring. They are definitely human. Thick black beard, long black hair, which is kind of like half-ass bunned up on the head, and they have quite like a barrel-shaped body, quite broad-chested, broad-shouldered. Really, like, I would say it's almost like Santa Claus, if Santa Claus also worked out quite a lot.
Sure.
Very
Early. What's the Stranger Things guy? David Harbaugh?
David Harbour. David Harbour's body. That's what he's got. Red Guardian style from like Black Widow. You know, he's still incredibly strong build, but he does have that bit of a belly. And he's like, you know, like one hand on his belly, one hand hanging off the cot, one leg hanging off the cot, and he's giving it the proper style snoring, that really deep belly snoring.
Silas is gonna kind of eye him, roll his eyes, and then start looking at how to get out. But that's a whole thing, so we can keep going to the other roommates first.
Okay. The one that we've been waiting for. Let's see what terror Leonid gets left with. Leonid, I need you to roll me a d6. If you roll a 1 or a 6, re-roll it.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. The
Damn it, I
bed.
have to re-roll because
The bed in your cell is not taken.
What?
There is in fact a humanoid. I would like to say standing, but they're not standing. They're floating at the bars. They have, from the back, what you can see is long grey robes, very minimal adornment, and a bulbous purple head.
Does this look like Lovecraft by any chance?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll give you that. It does look a little bit like Lovecraft.
Okay. Hello.
The head kind of turns slightly, and you see this bright, almost glowing purple eye just observe you. And then when the voice speaks, it speaks in your head and it says, "Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you, and it's also nice to see you awake."
Oh, was I asleep? I thought I just popped up here.
That's often how it makes you feel. You've actually been unconscious for quite some time.
oh no.
It's a method of their disorientation.
Don't love that. Glad to be here. My name is Leonid, and you are?
They float round to look at you and go, "Curious."
Are you curious? Is that your name? I'm sorry. I'm new to these parts.
I'm curious as to why you are here. How did you invoke the ire of the great and powerful Lich Queen?
That's a funny story. So basically, we're looking for someone and I asked to go see her, and might have exaggerated our importance, and I don't think they liked that. I also wasn't really putting up with their holier-than-thou bull that they were dishing out, so I don't know. Seems like they don't appreciate it when people treat them like equals.
They are Githyanki, friend. They do not believe anybody should be treated as equals because they don't believe anybody is equal.
That's a bit depressing outlook. Why are you here?
Because I am what I am. The Githyanki
Right.
and my people do not get on very well.
Now, pardon me if this is too deep of a question right after you've met someone and you still don't know what their name is. I had a friend who, let's just say, shared a similar condition. He mentioned, I believe, being disconnected from a certain collective. Is that the case for you as well?
You're asking if I am free of the hive mind's presence.
Basically, yes.
Yes, I am free of such. Why do you ask?
Oh, I've just heard that they're quite nasty, and frankly, I'm glad to hear that you have escaped their clutches. But that's good. I'm glad that, I'm not happy to be in prison, but always good to meet new people.
On that note, they will turn back to the door, and they'll say, "I wouldn't get used to my company. I do not intend to be here much longer."
Leonid's gonna... is yours the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
Whichever one you wish. I don't sleep.
Leonid's gonna hop to the top bunk, kind of lay back, pop open his book. Okay, well, when you leave, you mind taking me with you? Also, we have a few other people we need to pick up. Or, could I convince you to just do a full jailbreak, let everybody out? I really feel like some chaos is needed here.
I don't have the ability to do that.
But with help, would you be willing?
Do you have an army?
I think every person here is a potential soldier. You just need a little time.
You talk like a politician.
Actually, I'm more of a criminal. At least that's where my background is. And I have learned that with a little bit of time, these are like best people. You know, people who are down on their luck can often be convinced to join a greater cause. And yes, I'm sure you could escape and it would be wonderful, but it would be even better to convince everyone to overthrow the great injustice of the system and prevent yourself from ever leaving in this place again, you know? Long-term change, huh?
Long-term change. That is indeed what this place needs. I will think on whether you are pivotal to my plans or not.
Alright, well, I have some reading to catch up on, but let me know if you have any questions.
I shall. Okay, so Leonard, you got the Mind Flayer. Last and most certainly not least, Jason.
Well, I originally rolled the 2, but now it's a 4.
Okay. So, as your perception melds into place in here, in front of you there is somebody doing like press-ups on the floor.
Buddy.
This, what looks to be, it definitely looks to be like high elven woman, just cracking out all these press ups. She doesn't seem to acknowledge your existence.
I'm gonna like look down, look around. Is this like a 5x5 cell? Is this a smaller cell? Is this
5x10?
5x10.
Sorry, excuse me.
Barred. Yeah.
Sorry, what were we going to say? Bars.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, so it's a 5x10. I'm assuming there's just a
Stone
solid floor,
walls,
ceiling above us,
stone walls, stone door, but the stone door has like a circle portcullis cut out in it.
Okay.
Which has some kind of crystal placed over it, which can darken or lighten at will in order for people to see inside. I have to jump to the bathroom very quickly, guys. I've only just noticed, like, oh my god, I need to pee. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes while you consider what you want to do there, Jessica, okay?
Yeah, sounds good. My understanding is I gotta assert dominance right away, so I rip out her spine. And...
Wow.
No, is that not what we do?
Living together really has made you two more similar.
No, I think it's like...
I mean, you could
Basic-
always assert dominance by like challenging into a push-up contest or something.
I mean, I could, but where's like the fun in that? First one to rip the other's arm off and slap them in the face with it. Your mic's muted.
Asserting dominance is not about actions. It's about your very presence. Just saying.
Boy.
Charlie, are you okay?
Yeah. No, it's really funny. That's all. I'm just starting Sunday. I'm going to be playing this werewolf, and I swear to God, I'm not entertaining this like alpha mentality bullshit. That is not coming into play with this character.
Silas, you do realize you just spoiled that for everybody watching this stream.
Who?
It's like a big. Anyone who's watching this video now knows about your character, right?
That's okay.
I didn't hear
Oh,
anything. I heard nothing.
Yeah. No, I.
We'll fix that in post. Oh wait, this is live.
Oh, hey, this is live. Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not tripping. Yeah.
I saw the best TikTok where it's anytime that like a bro comes up to you and is like, "Man, yeah, I'm an alpha," you just gotta turn to him and go, "Was it like a furry thing?"
Yeah, I kind of
That's
smelled
good,
that
that's
on
good.
you.
Oh, you know, it's okay. Whatever floats your boat, man. We don't
Yeah.
judge. We don't judge.
That's a good response.
Yeah, teach their own. But like, it's something that like is hella triggering for someone with that mentality.
Yeah.
I think you kind of almost have to play the character that way. Is like go into it with, isn't that's what the Critical Role, what's his phrase? Travis's character is very much about like, I'm a one-man wolf pack. Gotta feed the beast.
Yeah, no, I'm not into it.
Welcome to the academy. We got our jock boy over here.
Shock, right?
Honestly, yeah, that is kind of how your character is.
I know, right? Because
Whoa!
Not gonna lie.
well, no, because like I just have a 15 in strength.
15 in strength, high charisma, Mr. Popular, deep secret. That's
That's
Jock.
kind of
Charlie
the
would have
jock
bullied
type.
me in high school.
I really would have.
Yeah.
Like,
Normally he'd be a closeted homosexual, but instead he's a she-wolf in the closet.
I hate to say it, but I feel like you were kind of born to play this character.
Damn.
please take note of the religious trauma and cult-like upbringing.
Oh,
pretty important to the character.
Yeah, that's valid.
I don't know. Dan did just admit religion and cults are basically the same thing, so we're very proud of the growth.
Yeah, no, religion is just cults with good marketing.
Yeah, one person's holy magic is another person's occult magic. Anyway.
I was gonna say one person's holy magic is the other person's space Jewish lasers. Mark each other green, nothing. No.
No.
I tried to ignore that woman's existence. Was it she?
Jewish space lasers, man. That's how they control everything, apparently.
What did she just recently insult?
What didn't she recently insult?
Sorry, who's this?
No, yeah, we don't have to. Well, we won't have to get into that, but yeah, there was some back and forth on the house floor.
I can't remember what it was she attacked though.
Fake
eyelashes.
Fake
Yeah,
eyelashes.
saying that
Yeah.
her eyelashes were too loose. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, those are the people.
That's apparently what happens on our floors during political discussion about our laws. Let's go after somebody's fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
Aren't we proud?
I mean, what else could relate to your political
They
beliefs?
already banned TikTok, so great.
Wait, did they actually? Did that actually go through?
In like 9 months, so they're waiting until after they can use it to promote the elections, and then they're gonna ban it. And not really ban, just force a sale, which isn't gonna happen,
like,
so
yeah.
it's gonna be out.
Welcome
Which is
back,
like,
Brand. American
that's fine.
politics.
That's so fun.
Welcome to the stream.
It's my favorite thing.
You're getting demonetized real quick. We might have fucked up.
Well, that's my STAS application going to get knocked back for a second time.
Oh, shit.
So thank you very much for letting me jump to the bathroom there, guys. Jacek, big, burly, femme presenting elven person doing press-ups on the ground.
Seeing that, Jason, gonna
If you want to
take
cheat on me, I get it.
It's prison, baby. It's my prison wife. So, J6 gonna, like I said, look around the 5x10 room. It's all stone except for like the little portcullis. Like it's an opening. It's not like a.
No, it's
like a
got,
little door
it's
thing.
got almost like a perfectly smooth. I would say it's definitely geological. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't look biological. But it doesn't feel like glass. It feels more like a gem.
Okay.
But it's like a window. It's not like a hole you can stick your arm through. There is like a window.
There's a pane there.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the only like opening / exit / thing that I can see. Does it look like there's a cutout of the door? Like in the stone where the door would be?
Looks like the whole thing descends into the ground.
Wait, what?
Looks like to open the cell, the door goes.
Gotcha. But there is like a line frame of the door,
Yes.
and then I can see that door would go.
There's also a groove at the bottom of it that would give you the information that it slides into the ground.
Gotcha. Okay. J6 gonna look down at the individual doing push-ups. Say, pardon me, and is going to step over this person to get to that door.
Okay.
Just gonna kind of like put a hand on the door, kind of feel around the edges. Gonna kind of give it a little bit of like one of those like just kind of like testy shoves to see if he can like grip the top of it to kind of see if he can get it to budge any bit.
No, it feels almost like it's not like it sits in the frame. It's like it sits flush to the frame.
Gotcha.
Right. So the frame is here. It doesn't sit like this. It sits like this to it.
Interesting. So it almost has to be like pushed and then down.
Yeah.
So it would have to like go. Okay. So she's kind of like doing a little bit of that, realizing that he's not just gonna be able to like just push his way out, get the door open or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take one like look. He's gonna look at the beds. Are both of the beds made? Does one look used? One not used?
So they're like cots that are
beds?
kind of like attached into the wall.
Yeah.
And they do have like a very thin kind of like bedroll, pillow, very thin blanket situation going on.
And do either of them look used?
The bottom one looks used.
I'm gonna turn around and see the person. Did they stop at all? Did they acknowledge? Did they just keep pushing up?
No, they're still going, but they are like looking at you now, kind of like with their head tilted.
J6 just gonna kind of like not stiffen, but like kind of shrug out a little bit. And it's good form. Dibs on top bunk. Let me know when you hear screams or explosions. That'll be my crew coming to get me. J6's gonna like jump up to the top bunk, kind of lay up there, and is gonna just start thinking. Silas, can you hear me? Just trying to like think thoughts. Laying in. Can you hear me?
So you're
He knows. He in my head, not saying out loud.
Right. Okay.
Because he knows that some of them have done like mental magic,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, Talis, are you there? Silas? Lane, it's not that attractive. Just like in his head, he's just thinking these thoughts kind of like over, like.
Lena just gets. I feel like something really bad just happened.
Psychic damage.
Disturbance.
It's straight up like psychic damage that comes through. It's like mind spike.
I felt a disturbance in the force.
Yes. But like Jason's gonna sit up there, kind of cross his arms, kind of sit there, just kind of be thinking out to his crew. All the while he's gonna be kind of like playing with Toothy the rings, and he's gonna give it a little bit.
Okay. So now that everybody's had a basic introduction to their cellmates, I open it to the party. What would you guys like to do at this point in time?
Okay.
Jacek, I know you've said you're going to give it a bit of time.
Yeah,
More
J6's
than
gonna
half.
like kind of wait and react. Yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
wait and kind of. He doesn't realize that time has already passed. He thought he just got here, so
Okay.
he's got time in the world.
Silas, I believe you were about to say something.
I guess I just kind of want to test first. Can I cast like Druidcraft? Do my spells work?
You can certainly try. So you're trying to cantrip Druidcraft?
Yeah, just make a little harmless puff of wind or something.
Do you know? Yeah. A wee puff of wind appears when you cast this cantrip.
Okay, that's cool. Still have spells. Ish, maybe. I guess there's different levels of anti-magic. Alright, we're just gonna drop the 3rd level spell, sending Talus.
So sending does not work.
Shoot. Okay, do I lose the spell slot? It's okay if I do.
I believe that if it's I believe if it's like an anti-magic, you physically cannot cast the spell. So no, you don't
Okay,
use the spell
so-
slot. You just you're physically unable to cast it.
You do the things, but it doesn't.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You're unable to tap into the weave. You can do the physical manifestations. You can speak the vocal components, but the weave is just not there for you to grab onto it at that level.
Mm-hmm. Kind of sigh and we go, okay, it's too much. Can I Misty Step out of the cell?
Again, you can certainly try.
That's a second level, so I'll try.
Okay, you try. You don't move.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is crippling. I have items. Do they retain their power? Probably not.
No, they don't. Just they retain all their capabilities except anything that allows you to cast spells from them. You can't do that.
Yes.
But like, Toothy can still turn into weapons.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything else for anybody?
Talus, having no knowledge that Silas is over here trying to cast magic and failing, is just gonna be like, well, this is a waste of time, and she's gonna try to cast Disintegrate at the wall.
Okay. So you reach out, you perform the vocal, you perform the semantic, and nothing happens. You feel no connection to the magic. And as you
This
do
is
that,
embarrassing.
from behind you, as you do it, Taz, a voice goes, "It is no use. Will not work."
Talus, whose eyes have not turned red in quite some time, immediately whips around. She's like, eyes glaring red. I figured that out. Thank you.
The person is sitting up and stretching in their bunk, and they kind of like, they take a hold. They've got a clean shaven face as well as being bald, and they crack again. And they go, "Yes, you figure out. Very slow."
I literally just got here.
And already when he was here, Minsk had already figured out what could or could not
Sorry.
happen.
Sorry! I'm so glad I didn't kill him!
In front of you, wearing kind of like raggedy clothes, patchy armour, this bald person, as they've done stretching, they have this large purple mark on the side of their head. And to repeat again what they said there, they go, "Yes, and already when he had arrived here, Minsk had tried 7 different methods of getting out and finding out that all of them were futile."
Did you try insulting them? I find that pissing people off often does help.
Minsk is very good at insulting people. For instance, they do not like to be compared to small animal from Minsk world called frog.
Interesting.
Or toad.
I was gonna go... Not to... I was gonna go more of the route that only a coward puts people in a prison. But, you know.
But Minsk has put many evil people into prisons. Is Minsk a coward?
If you're putting them in prisons, yes, you either kill them or you just leave it alone. Putting someone in a prison is just an easy out.
Like someone whose bottom will be right for the kicking of goodness.
I'm not really sure how to respond to that.
That is okay. Minsk is used to this reaction to Minsk.
You can go back to sleep now.
Okay. And they just lie. He lies back down, rolls over, and goes back to sleep.
This dude is so fuck you, Gil. Least supportive fiance ever. Oh. Right. Her magic's not working. So she's not gonna think, okay, well, my magic's not working, so I can't even talk to anybody. So she's just gonna be like, fuck it. She's gonna yell out, anyone else getting their magic fucked with?
Do we hear her?
Oh wait, are you speaking out loud? Are you like yelling?
Oh yeah, no, she's yelling.
Okay, as you yell out, like you just get a cacophony of yells in all different languages, resounding everything from like Of course magic doesn't work. They don't want to make it too easy. Yeah, I'll show you magic that works.
Is that a girl?
Nobody move, guys. Yeah, you know, all those kind of, like, you know, hundreds of different answers being yelled at you. Just to reiterate, there are people and persons of all races and genders inside this prison. Githyanki don't really give two shits about, like, you know, keeping everybody in their own little, like, groups. Nah, everybody's just in the fucking prison. Because to them, there is only two things. There is them, and then there is not them. So yeah, multiple different genders, races, languages, all being thrown at you, and all being quite snippy in their derogatory responses. Some of them being incredibly sarcastic.
Right, I'm done with this. Quickest way to piss off Vlaakith, who I know nothing about. And she's just gonna sit there and she's like, you know what, they really love this whole mind shit. Maybe if I just start thinking over and over again what a pussy Vlaakith is, to throw us in a prison rather than face us. Maybe that'll piss her off enough. And so that's exactly what Talis is gonna do. She's just gonna sit on the bunk and just be like, Vlaakith is a pussy. Vlaakith is a joke of a queen. Vlaakith ain't shit. All those kinds of things, over and over again.
Are you saying them out loud as well?
Every now and then, probably.
Whenever you say one out loud, Minsk will just be like, Minsk agrees. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to do, Talis, or have you just reverted to just sitting?
No.
Right, okay, cool. Any of you guys have something you would like to do inside yourselves?
You got anything?
I think for now it's just to let time pass. At a certain point, there has to be meals or something along those lines.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you're just
Jasek
waiting.
would probably get bored of just thinking. Realistically, after like 10 minutes. But we're gonna say an hour. But like
Shut
after an hour,
up, man.
Jasek will get bored of just like trying to reach out to his group with mental thoughts,
Okay.
and is going to switch to, you know, sitting up. Is the person in his cell still doing push-ups?
No, they've now moved on to crunches.
Ah, yes. Have you tried to escape?
Like, so they go down, they come back up mid-crunch, and are like, twice now. And they go right back to it.
Well, obviously, those 2 times didn't work. What did you do those 2 times?
Well, the first time it didn't work because I fell.
You fell.
Yeah. And the second time it didn't work because, well, there's no exit.
Jasek's gonna point to, like, what looks like the door with, like, the, you know, is that...
Oh yeah,
not an
that
exit?
takes you outside. But there's no
Yes.
exit from outside.
So you can get outside, but there's no exit.
Yeah.
How do you get outside?
Well, the door opens every single day. You just stay outside.
Ah. When does it open, and will it be opening soon?
Opens at dawn and closes at dusk. Closes at nightfall.
Jasek's gonna, like, think and just be like... You said it opens at dawn, it just was dawn.
And they're going to, like, you know, lean their head to try and get a better look at the door. No, by my count, it's closing in on the evening.
We just got here. We pulled in. it was dawn-ish, probably closer to midday. And then we were sent here.
I think what you're feeling is the disorientation of the circles that they used to send you here. They picked you up and put you on the bunk for when you woke up.
Great.
But it's normal to not remember yourself waking up.
I'm just gonna J6 gonna. I don't have anything neat that I can do. All right, J6 gonna go to the door and just start trying to push the door, lift the door, slide the door. Is just gonna do everything he can. He's gonna use Toothy to use his mimic sticking ability. To be able to sort of get a hand grip on it. So okay, stick him to it and use Toothy to try and slide, try and lift, things like that to be able to get some leverage.
Alrighty.
Does it budge?
No, absolutely not.
Does it move at all?
No. Not even a wiggle.
I'm gonna have Toothy turn into a power drill.
Okay.
Sorry.
Toothy turns into a power drill. Do you have a battery?
He is the battery. I'll use this guy's heart as a battery, and the munchins and crunchins will continue. So after a little bit of trying, J6 just gonna be okay. Well, sounds like we're going to wait until dawn when these doors open and not find an exit. Do these open to the rest of the cells, or is it just what's behind the door?
So no, they open up to the cells. You can walk around, and you can even find your way out into the main courtyard, but not something I would recommend.
And why is that?
Well, because that's where the warden is watching, and it's also where the biggest and ugliest and nastiest go.
Well, not the biggest, and not the ugliest, by sure.
You'll never know for sure.
And I'm not that nasty. But this warden, what do you know about the warden?
They're Gith. They like to kidnap people from their home planets.
And do you know anything else about where they are, what they like to do, basically how I can punch it in the face until it dies?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, then you better get back to doing your sit-ups. And hopefully we can get through this night. I'm going to warn you. If you try to kill me, I will rip out your spine.
They stop doing crunches and they stand up to their full height. And this... now very visibly, high elven woman. She's... her build is very similar to you.
Yeah.
But she's not tall. She's 5'11". And she is going to look right at you and she's going to say, "You're not interesting enough for me to try and kill yet."
I'll take it. So Jason's just gonna like lean back, continue to kind of like play with the the brass knuckles that are Toothy, and he's just gonna like whisper to Toothy as he's kind of like trying to get comfortable in this shitty cot of a bed, and he's just like, if she tries anything, munchings and crunchings.
Toothy vibrates with excitement.
And then I guess just gonna kind of pass the time a bit before, probably passing out if it's getting late.
Okay. Then I do believe that the last person to do anything would be that'd be. Hold on. Yeah, it would be. I was like double checking myself there. Leonid.
Yeah. So after reading for
Leonid Leonid, you're the last one really to be asked. Is there anything you would like to do in this moment?
after reading for a bit, I mean, we could say an hour for simplicity. It's for the hours right of the book. Lena's gonna put down the book. Is the Mind Flayer just kind of still floating there?
Yeah.
So, I really hate referring to people as "Hey, you." Is there something I can call you?
My name is Obellum.
Okay. Well, I've broken out of a few prisons, and typically the most important factor is knowledge of what we're up against. How long have you been here?
Roughly 6 years.
Oh, good. That means you know what's going on. Could you give me a brief description of the day-to-day operations, number of guards, number of prisoners, amount of people coming in and going out, and any inconsistencies you've seen?
That is a lot of information you're asking for.
I'm assuming you know, no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you know any of that?
I know you're my third roommate. I don't know what the time is between them.
Okay. That door-shaped thing, does that open?
Yes, once a day.
And what happens then?
Then we can go out
Out where?
into the city proper.
So we go out into the city, and then I'm assuming that they'll just let us run around and frolic.
No, definitely not. I would be hunted down almost immediately, probably executed.
Valid. Your roommates, did they just go out into the city? What forces them to come back? How is this a prison if we can leave?
Ah, you are closed-minded.
You're not the first to have said that, so I'm not going to take an insult.
The prison is an illusion of Vlaakith's crafting.
You're saying this is all in our heads?
That would be a very simplistic way of looking at it. It's a physical place altered within your mental space.
Okay.
Think of it as an augmented form of reality.
Okay. So what happens if we leave? Does that mean like we didn't actually... Are we really in the prison, or are we really outside? Or both?
It's hard to tell without seeing the exact setup.
Okay. Is there someone in charge here? Are there guards?
There are guards and there was the warden.
Ah, warden. That sounds like the guy we need to get.
Then do something dangerous, threatening, or downright stupid.
What's the likelihood of me just being put to death if I do something really dumb?
Incredibly likely. The Githyanki are arseholes.
Okay. This has been less helpful than I hoped, but it's okay. I've been in worse situations.
So have I.
Listen, we're already getting our banter back and forth. By the time we get out of here, we'll be best of friends and I'll be offering you a job.
I look forward to that.
Layman's gonna keep reading until something happens.
Okay. And I do apologise, it wasn't yourself that was last, it was in fact our lovely Charlie. Anything that you would like to do in this particular moment?
I'm gonna do some basic checks. Perception, investigation, arcana. Just see what's going on with the cell within it. What's weird, if there's any sign or source of the anti-magic field, that kind of stuff.
I just want to make it known because I've just had it pop up here on Streamlabs. It tells me, like, you know, how the stream is running and such. Just so you know, guys, it is coming up that FPS and such is going to spike, and my connectivity might drop soon. Might waver a little bit. There's like a summer storm coming over Scotland just now. We get these quite frequently in summer. If it does happen, I'm very sorry. It seems to be holding okay just now, but if it does, if I do start to cut in and out, you know why. It's just popped up at the bottom there that my FPS might start to go like this.
No worries, dude.
So please repeat that what you said there, Charlie. Sorry about that.
No worries. I just kind of want to do some basic checks.
Okay.
Perception, investigation, arcana, see if I can find how the magic is being suppressed, or, you know, things like that.
So that would be so first things first. The easiest one to go for would be an investigation check, and then what we can do is we can go from there and see which ones you succeed and fail, and which ones would open up from that. So easiest one to start with would be an investigation check.
Awesome. Alright, so with that we have a 21.
Okay, so on a 21 with the investigation check, what you're going to see is the stone here is almost marble-esque, but it doesn't feel like marble, it feels like slate. And it's deep charcoal grey. Trying to think. Sorry, just to reiterate one more time. With the investigation check, as well as you're, you know, kind of looking into more intrinsic detail about this. You said that you got a 21.
Yes.
Okay, cool. The door, this door in particular, has claw marks on the inside of it, like scratches, like as if people have been scrabbling at it. And with the investigation check on a 21, what I will also give you is that there's a quarterstaff leaning against one of the walls, with like what you would assume to be an adventurer's pack next to it.
Okay.
Now from that investigation check, I'll allow you to make an arcana check if you would like.
Okay. That should hopefully be higher. Oh yeah, that will be higher. That is going to be a 29.
A 29 on the arcana. With the investigation, how you look and you perceive this whole cell structure here, and you kind of crane and you can see out the little kind of portcullis window and such. But the thing that catches your eye with the arcana is the patterning of the cinder blocks in front of all the cells. It matches perfectly. You're able to determine that at least some part of what you can see in this corridor outside of your cell is illusory. Is there anything else you would like to do there, Charlie?
This is really good knowledge to have, but for now, Silas is just going to sit, meditate, wait for either his cellmate to wake up or for something to come along, like meal times or guards or something.
Okay. On that note, you're all going to hear a familiar sounding voice as it echoes down towards the rooms that you guys are in. And it says, "Up against the wall, everyone. Food is being served." As a Githyanki comes into view with what essentially looks like a floating one of those trolleys with food on it.
What does my cellmate do when it says when the voice says up against the
They
wall?
stand up and they move to the back of the cell, standing with their back against it.
Jason's gonna like kind of see that, look back to like the door, and is going to do the same.
How so? Sorry, I just, you kind of cut in a little bit there, I missed a little bit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so J6's gonna, look what their cellmate does, look back to the door, and then similarly do what their cellmate's doing.
Okay. Cool.
Going up to the back wall.
Right, okay, so you move up to the back wall. Nothing else, you don't say anything, you just move with them?
No, I move with them, but I'm keeping an eye on, like, the door thing that I see, expecting, like, what's gonna happen with this. He's interested.
Okay, and the rest of you, do you guys follow suit and follow with your cellmates to obey orders, or are you guys being defiant?
This is going to be so telling of a couple of our personalities. No, Silas is going to stay seated right in front of the door, continuing to meditate.
Okay.
Leonid?
Leonid?
What does Obellum do?
Obellum floats backwards towards the wall.
Leonid will do the same. It's never a good idea to cause defiance on your first day.
You're literally talking about starting a riot.
Yeah, it's a slow burn, okay? This is gonna Ocean 11, this shit.
I have like a couple of days to get somewhere. I got places to be, dude.
With everybody kind of taking a step back and following suit and such and being against the wall and watching what's going to happen, you all see the doors open. The doors open just by sliding down into the ground with that horrible like, stone grating noise. And two Githyanki step in. To each of your cells, Githyanki will step in.
They actually come into the cell.
They actually step inside the cell.
All right, and then Jasek
Smug,
watching.
preened looks on their faces.
Jasek's gonna watch and like see the way the door. Does the door go out from my cell, or does it come into my cell to go down?
Just slides down.
I thought you said it was like off and it has to be pushed and down, or it pulls in and down.
Yeah, so it's like give me a wee minute. I think I can do it with this and this, right? So, see, this is the top of the door frame, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you'd expect the door to kind of sit like this, and then just go up and down like that. But it's not. It's like this.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. I thought you meant like the door had to be either pushed out of the cell to go
and then down.
And down.
Oh no!
Like they would push it in and then it would go down.
It's as if rather than it just being a door, they've just taken the door, the wall, and the door jamb.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What do they got for food?
That's certainly an interesting question, and we're gonna we are. Oh wow! Already, really? We're at the hour and a half mark already.
Hey.
The FPS is going a little bit crazy. So what I'm going to say is we're going to take a wee 50-minute. We're going to take our 50-minute break a wee bit earlier. See if the FPS will calm down a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
But with the Gif Yankee stepping into cells because it's lunchtime. That's where we're going to take our 50-minute break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be right back after my players get a little 50-minute break. Grab a drink, grab a snack, that kind of thing. If the FPS calms down, hopefully my players' voices won't be jumping all over the place to me. Don't go anywhere, folks, and we will see you after our